There's a couple capes on our show, and every time we would try to walk down a staircase, it was a nightmare. We would be tripping over each other. Like, Stargirl has the most practical costume.
Superhero with the coolest ride.
Batman.
Yeah, I'll say Batman, Batmobile.
Well, I kind of like Starman has this old 1957 Buick that we had in the show. It was really, really cool and also really fun to drive. So, you know, it's not like the Batmobile.
But it's so classic.
Friendliest Crusader.
I think Stargirl.
Yeah, Stargirl's so nice. Like, so nice to everybody at high school. Like Brec was saying, she like puts this little band of misfits together. But Clark Kent's also pretty friendly.
See, I'd say S.T.R.I.P.E. S.T.R.I.P.E is like that dad with dad jokes, and he's just like the friendliest neighbor. Right. He's someone looking for justice.
Best fictional city to live in.
Ooh. I feel like simultaneously this is the best because it's like the most iconic, but also the worst because there's a lot of crime, is Gotham.
Yeah. Blue Valley was pretty nice. Atlantis, is that where Aquaman lives?
You're right.
Well, that's a good one.
Yeah.
On the flip side of that, worst fictional city to live in.
I mean, if you're not Aquaman, it would be Atlantis because you would drown. So.
And yeah, Gotham does seem pretty scary, especially in those like Christopher Nolan Batmans. It seemed pretty scary.
Best regular identity.
I mean, Clark Kent pulls it off pretty seamlessly, right?
Isn't Batman really rich?
Yeah.
Like, I would say Batman.
Best superpowers.
I'm kind of partial to my robot S.T.R.I.P.E. He can fly and he can like shoot these huge fists.
I get to ride around a staff all the time. It's like a buddy too. It has a personality.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's a friend as well.
I'd forgotten too that Stargirl was also a gymnast. So like she ties in all those kind of cool moves with the staff that like really are impressive when you watch the show.
Most aesthetically pleasing costume.
Wonder Woman. It's so iconic. Like, ooh, Wonder Woman.
Batman always seemed pretty cool to me, especially these more recent ones. It's like when you think back to like the Batman show from the 60s, which I watched in reruns as a kid, and how it was basically just like a middle-aged guy in like kind of spandex. Now they seem like they're made out of like Kevlar, and yeah, they're just really cool looking.
I'm gonna throw one out there for Stargirl because her costume is so cool looking.
Yeah, and I'd say it's like the most practical costume. Like, there's no cape. There's a couple capes on our show, and every time we would try to walk down a staircase, it was a nightmare. We would be tripping over each other. Like, Stargirl has the most practical costume.
On the flip side of that, the most functional costume, which I think you just answered.
Her shoes are very supportive. She doesn't have a cape. It's very realistic.
Those were funny looking shoes. Didn't they have a really thick sole?
Yes, they were platform, and I loved that because Brec personally loves platform shoes. Like my Converse, my Vans, they're all platforms. I'm very short, and I like any help that I can get. And so when they said, they were like, we're thinking of giving her like a platform, and I'm like, absolutely, I wouldn't want it any differently.
Most aspirational relationship goals.
Barbara is Pat's superhero when it comes to love. Pat's just enamored with Barbara.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, my parents, them.
Real life love there in that type of relationship than like a bit more, generic superhero. Like, I feel like the family dynamic is definitely strong and full of sincerity and love. So that is a good relationship to aspire to.